So here's a question. What is wealth? First and foremost, wealth is a mental estimate of a thing. A great storehouse of meat would not be wealth to a people who wouldn't use meat. Gold would not be wealth to a Robinson Crusoe, nor to the utopians. Wool would not be wealth to a people who had prejudices against its use. Beautiful stones would be the opposite of wealth, where the ground was covered with it, and the occupier needed soil. It would be wealth in other places as the custom and conditions had made needs. A man with a ton of gold would not be considered wealthy unless there were some people in need of his gold. Imagine a man with a vast estate, with cattle on 100 hills, with fields of grown grains, and a noble castle overlooking the whole, while the sands and the streams were of virgin gold. You would doubtless count this man rich, but suppose that no man was in need of his cattle, of his grain, and of his gold. He would have to bake his own bread with his own hands. His castle would rot for repairs. His cattle would wander off and become wild. And he could not gather his grains, which would rot in the field. And no one would take riches on such terms. To become rich, he must arrange things so that someone is in need of his land, of his grains, and his gold, that he may compel people to serve him. Riches then mean that we must arrange the greatest possible inequality in our own favor. When we refer to wealth, we have in our mind the conditions that enable us to control the labor or services of others for our own pleasure. And that is exactly what Horace Greeley called slavery. But wealth can be different. Wealth can be a benefit to all and an injury to none. That it is not so today is because of the manner of its title. Change private control to public control, and you will have certainly changed the effects of it, as the present conditions produce present effects. Private wealth is everything bad. Public wealth is everything good, except where private wealth influences it for private gain.